Well, I'm overdue. The next day through. Where will I?
Well, hey guys, wanted to bring you all an update on the Fusion. I know I did one not too long ago where I was driving the car, but you didn't get to see the outside. I think it was extremely filthy when I filmed that one. So, anyways, I just washed the car. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the outside and see what all has changed. I did change up the Plasti Dip on the grill. I left the chrome ring around there to match the bottom grill. And I am filming this with my iPhone 6, so if the video quality is a little bit different or audio is different, that's why. Rims are doing fine. They have a few cone scuffs from autocross. You can kind of see one there, but they're okay. They're extremely hot right now. Tires, you can definitely tell they are, they have seen some wear from autocross. There's pieces missing here and there. Tread depth is fine, really. It's not too bad at all. I still have a ways to go before the tread markers, but probably next summer sometime I'll need tires, or yeah, probably about next summer. I am planning on Plasti Dipping these, the side indicator, marker, turn signal things, whatever they're called. I do want to Plasti Dip those. I don't know if I'll go smoke with them or if I'll do just full blackout like the taillights, which I'll show you in just a second. I did get new wiper blades for the car because the old ones had been through 2 Texas summers and they were really hot and dry. Smart key still works like stupid key. Still haven't gotten the shark fin antenna. That's coming probably next summer too. But coming around to the back of the car is where I've made the biggest changes. And as you can see, the taillights are smoked. Like the chrome inner part of the taillight, like right there, is smoked, and then the black rings are back on the outside. Decided to bring those back just because I got bored one day and decided to do that. And I also re-Plasti dipped the exhaust tips and the little reflectors up above them. So the back end is definitely Stormtrooper right now. I really like the look. I'm just hoping I don't get stopped. Like I said, I just washed the car and it's already got dust and dirt and crap on it. I can't keep a car clean to save my life. But what I did with this is black Plasti Dip and then glossifier. So that looks really good. I really like how that turned out. This vinyl on this side has a little bit of a wrinkle in it. It doesn't bother me too much. If I get the opportunity, I may redo it, but I'm not in a huge hurry. There's another little crease right there, but this one's the main one. The inside looks fine. There's no bubbles or anything in there. But the outside on both sides definitely was hard to do. And I was planning on peeling the Plasti Dip off and then doing the whole things. But that didn't work because the vinyl sheets weren't big enough. I didn't realize how big these taillights were. They are extremely huge. But there are a few bubbles here and there. You can kind of see them. Maybe, I don't know if the camera will pick them up or not. But when the lights are on, the Plasti Dip obviously doesn't look all that great, but most of the time the lights are off, so it looks really good. And the light shines through the smoke film really well, so as you can see, it works just fine. It's actually a little less bright than I thought it was. And here comes a random car, so I don't know what's going on. I did try Plasti Dipping this, but that didn't really go well, so I just peeled it off. License plate frame is kind of fading. I may get a new one of those before too terribly long. But we'll go ahead and move to the inside. Well, lastly, this dent is still there. I don't know where it came from or why it's there, but it is. And then, of course, I have the Texas A&M Sports Car Club sticker. And tires are all nice and shiny. Oh, like I said, big updates with the back end of the car. You may see that right there. I got backed into in the Blinn College parking lot. So how it happened was I was backing out of a parking place. Like, I was coming out this way, and so say that line's my car. I was going this way. A girl had already passed me. She backed up, and our back corners caught. Her car was fine. My car is mostly fine. There's a scratch right there that we tried to cover up with touch-up paint, but it didn't really work all that well. And there's a little bit of a dent right there. I think you can kind of see the change in light, and then there's a couple little scuffs, but other than that, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't bother me too much. Parking sensor, this one has been a little bit wonky ever since then, but we'll see if I can get that fixed or if I'll redo the bumper. Last weekend I did take the car home and wash and wax it, so the paint's all nice and smooth right now. And then it rained this week, naturally. So we'll go ahead and hop inside and start the car up. Inside's all clean. I vacuumed it and wiped it out. Of course, got my Whataburger cup in there. Escort 9500iX, still doing really well. Really like it. Mileage check, 24,377.3. Of course, you can hear the muffler delete. Still really like the muffler delete a lot. It drones like nobody's business, but that's okay. It's usually just me in the car. Let's see, since I left on August the 22nd, I have averaged 18 miles to the gallon with 5,632.0 miles. So that's a lot of miles I've rolled, but I do a lot more driving now than I used to, so I guess that explains that. 312.49 gallons of gasoline. The car, one issue of concern that it has started doing after I get gas, which I have to do tonight, because I'm going on a road rally, so that'll be fun. But after I get gas, and sometimes at idle, just anytime, like I'll be sitting at the red light waiting to leave the gas station, and the engine, you can just like feel the revs drop, the car shakes. I don't really know why it does it. I took it into the Ford dealership where I bought the car, and they were like, oh yeah, we don't know, we can't get it to do it, which I figured that would happen. Murphy's Law, when something can go wrong, it will, or however that works, I don't know. I guess I'll show you the trunk while I continue to explain. Trunk is fine, I just have a bunch of random crap in there. There's my autocross cooler, class stuff, and I did buy a trunk organizer, which has basically become a crap collector. I'll open the hood too. Oh, I did bring the cold air intake filter back because with my muffler delete I lost some back pressure, so the engine wasn't quite as responsive, but with that on there it's a little bit more so. You can kind of see where it's rubbing on the hood, but it's not too bad. Apparently I need to get some oil for it. Under here it's really nasty, and I did pull the engine cover off because of my bright idea of trying to paint it, which was a very unbright idea. So that's great. But anyways, after I get gas, the car will just kind of bog down, and it's died on me a couple times, but it starts back up just fine. It does feel a little down on power after that happens, but it's not too terrible of an issue as long as it starts back up and drives and gets me where I need to go. But it is definitely an issue I want resolved. If it continues it up over Christmas break, I'm just gonna take the car in and be like, hey, I don't want this thing back until it's fixed. But the rest of the interior is holding up fine. Passenger seat doesn't get used all that often, and back seat barely ever gets used anymore. Driver's seat is wearing okay at best. This bolster has kind of started to collapse. You can see where this is peeling or rubbing itself raw or whatever. There's wrinkles here, and then my backside has kind of stretched out the leather there. But other than that, the driver's seat is okay. Seats are still really comfortable. I like them a lot. Floor mats are fine. I did get some Texas A&M floor mats for Valentine's Day last year, so that was nice. They're kind of all-weather style, and they protect the carpets, so they do what they need to do. But anyways, I guess that's really pretty much it. There's nothing else I can think of. The transmission still sucks. I hate it. The transmission just makes me angry every time I use it in autocross, because I'd like to use the paddle shifters, but what ends up happening is it will shift itself, and then when you pull the shifter, wow, I said that really strangely, shifter, when you pull the paddle, it shifts up again. So ultimately you end up shifting 2 gears instead of the one that you intended by pulling the paddle 1 time. So paddle shifters are more or less useless when you're driving at wide open throttle because the computer just overrides you, which is annoying as crap. I did get a little air freshener thingy-mabob there. It's a Greek seaside, I think. Smells really good. Interior still rattles like nobody's business, but I've just pretty much given up on that because there's no sense in trying. Dashboard is a little bit warped. You can probably see the angle of warpage right there. It kind of drops off right in there. But anyways, this is a 10-minute long video. I guess I'll wrap it up and shut up. But anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed, and thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Baby, you a song, you make me wanna roll my windows down and cruise.